Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. This afternoon, we've got the mighty Wigan Warriors hosting Hull FC. Hopefully, we won't have a repeat of what happened in the Challenge Cup, unless you're a Hull FC fan, which I'm not. We're just getting ready to get underway. Wigan will be kicking off, and they'll be kicking from right to left. Harry Smith gets us underway. Quick shout out if you haven't done so already. Please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell. If you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. I think we can get the transition over. There we go. We'll go through the team lineups very shortly with you. Not a lot of changes for Wigan, which is not a good thing. Normally, you would say that's a good thing. Not on this occasion. Frankie James is in chat. Hi, Frankie. Good to have you tuning in. Nobody coming back, really, from injury for Wigan. So, sadly, the injuries are still causing selection issues for Wigan and Matty Pete. Which he did address in the pre-match conference earlier in the week, albeit. But we'll talk more about that at half-time. Wade trying to get up to the halfway line for Wigan. Had a mixed debut for Wigan. He got his try, but he also, you could say, potentially cost a couple of tries with some loose handling. Good news is Marshall is back in the team. But no Abasmiski for Wigan. We'll go through Hull FC. Their starting lineup is Rapana, Barron, Zach Hardacre, once of the Wigan Warriors, Caesar, SASA, Cartwright, Cade Cust. There's a few Warriors here in this Hull FC lineup. Knock on from Hardacre, picked up by Wardle. It'll be another set of 6 from that Harry Smith kick for Wigan. They're about 8 yards out central. Sweeping it to the right-hand side. There's room there if you can get it to Marshall. Eckersley's going on his own. Did he bounce the ball down or did he get control as he grounded the ball? The referee's saying no, he bounced it. Unlucky there for Wigan, but an early scare for Hull FC. So, yeah, so Cade Cust, Aydin, Fash, Litton, Martin, Charles and Knight. On the substitutes bench, they've got Briscoe, Laidlaw, Ashworth and Hutchinson. Just watching this. Yeah, he bounced it down, did Eckersley. He was unlucky, really. He was under pressure. Wigan go with Field, Kieran, Wardle, Marshall, back in the squad after his ankle injury. Smith, Havard, O'Neill, Tyler Dupree, Junior and Sember, Farrell, Cade Ellis, Zach Eckersley, we've just seen almost scoring the opening try for Wigan, and Wade, who made his debut last week. On the bench, we've got Byrne, Harvey Hill back after injury, Cruz Leeman, Patrick Mago. This game, it sounds Wade again. Hull are going to put Wade under pressure. He couldn't deal with that one. Wigan were lucky to pick the ball up, and Jay Field is still ducking and diving, jinking and jiving. Manages to get about 15 metres there for Wigan. Wade drives it forward almost up to the 20. It looks like from the initial lineup that Marshall on the ball now, driving it forward centrally. He was lining up on that right-hand side, so whether they're going to keep Wade on this left-hand side, Wigan. Brad Fash is just messing about at the play of the ball. If you want to watch this, by the way, it is on terrestrial TV, BBC Two. You know, you're welcome to keep the stream on as well. Let us know your thoughts in live chat, but it is on terrestrial TV. BBC Two if you're in the UK. It's also on Sky Sports Plus. And if you're watching in Poland, I'm not sure where you would get it. But if you can't, you're welcome along Welcome to this stream. Dzień dobry, nie mowy po polski, angielski, dziękuję bardzo. Angielski tak? Jazda. Wigan Warriors, that is. He's dropped the ball there, Havard. He got slammed down, and now it's been reefed out. Hull have been pinged once more. Now they're going to do they're going to go for a captain's challenge, I think. The referee came up with a thought that it was a ball steal. It's definitely a ball steal. Cartwright clearly stole the ball. So if they go for a captain's challenge here, are they going to... No, they're not. No, they were talking about going for a captain's challenge, and it wasn't a ball steal. It clearly was. Wade down that line. He had to come back inside there. The touchline wasn't his friend. Two tackles completed. Centre field. Adam Kieran took that ball, but he had no momentum. He's wrapped up. 3 tackles completed. Brad O'Neill in at dummy half. Goes down that right-hand side. Field. Missed pass to Marshall on that right-hand side. Does well to take the pass and then makes about 5 yards, Marshall. So that's a definite. Marshall's playing right wing today. Wade on the left wing, where he started in his debut last week. Ellis up to the 10. 5 tackles completed. So Smith's probably going to put a chip into the corner. We're going to looking to run it. Field. They've got a man over. Wade. He's going to have to try and get into the corner. He's got to cut back inside, and he's going to get wrapped up. He did the right thing, though, Wade coming back inside, because for sure he would have been lumped over that touchline by 3 Hull defenders. So taking the tackle, not the worst decision. Hull will be starting well inside their own 10. 4 Warriors in that tackle there. The plan, obviously, is to keep Hull under pressure. Perfect rugby league conditions today. No rain around. Temperature's still hot, but it's not as hot as it has been. So I'm pretty sure the players will be happy about that. 4 tackles gone. SAS is trying to get up to the halfway line. Can't quite make it, so they're going to be kicking deep from inside their own territory, Hull. Kyrgios puts a high kick in. It's taken by Field on his own 20. Lays it off to Wade. Wade surveys his options. Goes pretty straight. Takes the tackle. Wigan will be starting inside their own 30. Hopefully everything's all right with the volumes. If you're still there, Frankie James, if you can let me know if everything's all right with these volumes. Eckersley straightening it up there, but made no yardage after contact, that's for sure. Wigan still inside their own 40 with 3 tackles gone. Now they're shipping it wide to Farrell, just short of the halfway line. 6 again, messing about at the play of the ball. Hull are their own worst enemy at the minutes. Wigan deep into that tackle count, and then they commit that penalty, and it just gives another set to Wigan, another full 6 to Wigan. And now they're over Hull's 30. 2 tackles completed. Frankie says perfect volume. Thank you, Frankie. Bit of a high tackle on Smith and came off his shoulder. Wigan coming down this left-hand side now with Field. He cuts inside. It was a bit static when he took that ball and there was no real option, so he just takes the tackle on Hull's 20. Wigan trying to come down the right-hand side. Knock on by Nsemba. It was a short pass from Smith. Short pass from Smith, but it's one of them. It either sticks or it bounces off you. Yeah, and it bounced off Nsemba there. Knock on. So scrum to Hull FC. Bam landing 4:45. They're supposed to be doing. I thought they were doing dressage today till late this afternoon. Be good to see them. Got my cousin and me My second cousin coming down to visit. Be good to see them. Funnily enough, they are from Wigan. They're coming down to sunny old Devon. Just short of 10 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Wigan just with that one opportunity from Zach Eckersley. He got over the line but couldn't quite ground the ball. He bounced it down. Didn't need to go upstairs for it. It was a clear bounce. Hull are trying to go down that left-hand side. I'm wondering if Noah Basmiski today, he's still injured. And I always think that Wigan's weakest part of their defence is down their right-hand side. And I'm wondering if that's why Marshall has gone down there instead of Wade. Eckersley almost broke the line. Hull are in here. Tap tackle. If that hadn't have been a tap tackle, that would have been the opening score for Hull. Cade Cuss comes in there. Leapt like a salmon, did Wade, and he manages to keep in field as well. Superb defending from Wade. Very Marshall-esque there. Put the mistakes of last week behind him. And obviously on debut, he scored a try. That's what we want from him. If he can just tighten up his ball handling skills in defence, you've got a replacement there for Liam Marshall eventually. And he just proved there. Somebody's down in backfield there for Wigan. I can't quite see who it is. Hopefully it's not Liam Marshall because it's in that. No, it's Zach Eckersley. Looks like he's got plenty of strapping on his left leg, and that's where he's struggling with at the minute. Smith kicks from his own 30. Deep kick. What a kick that is. It's just going to go dead in field, dead in goal. Just went the wrong side of the flag there. The touchline flag for Harry Smith. So it'll be a restart to Hull from their own 20. Obviously you get the extra tackle as well. They have just broken Wigan's line a couple of times there, Hull. Zach Hardacre, the last Hull player to do it. Brad Fash gets flattened by Nsemba, but bounces off him. He is like a little bull, isn't he? SASA is trying. He's met by Havard and O'Neill, just short of Wigan's half. 3 tackles completed. Oh. Nice, broke the line there. Hull trying to come down the right-hand side. They're going to be kicking from Wigan's 20. Down this right-hand side. Caesar, what's he going to do? He puts a high kick in back towards Wade. Wade knocks it on. Oh. He's got his arms fully outstretched. Obviously, he knows what he needs to do, but he needs to pull that, get his arms into his body. You know, he was under pressure, but he did knock it backwards. Caesar is going to target Wade, you can tell. After the mistakes he made last week, and after that mistake there, he's not going to get any respite, that's for sure, from Hull's kicking game. They are going to target him. Did look like he knocked it backwards to me, but there's an injury in back play, so that's why the game's just been stopped for a second. I'm not sure who it is. We're not seeing at the minute, but I'm guessing it's Zach Eckersley. He was having his leg looked at. Heavily strapped leg, that is. Yeah, that's not a good look. Eckersley is being carried off. Not putting any weight on that left leg at all. That's him done for the day. He will not be coming on, I am pretty sure about that. No weight going on it at all. I didn't see how he did it. So who will come on for Wigan there? There we go. We're just showing Matty Pete in the stands. This is what I've talked about all year. Injuries mounting up. Injuries mounting up for Wigan. Bring that youth in that we're talking about. There's a gap over on that left-hand side, but a poor pass. So 3 tackles completed. Lost 7 metres there. About 15 metres out down the left-hand side. Brad Fash drives it up towards Wigan's 10. Can't quite get there. Tackled by Byrne and O'Neill. SASA tackled high there. Referee lets him get away with it. He's about 5 yards out. 5th tackle coming up right under the sticks. Coming down this right-hand side. Caesar puts the chip into the corner. Wade's underneath it. Can't deal with it again. Drops it. And that'll be the first try for Hull. They're just going to target Wade all afternoon. And when he keeps dropping it like that. I mean, the referee, was he tackled off the ball or not? If he was, you've got to be stronger. That kick came from 10 yards out. He's underneath it. He was under pressure, Wade, and you know, he was getting bumped about a little bit. But that's what, you're not going to have everybody waiting for you to catch the ball. He's going to have to buckle up. You know, he stood underneath it waiting. At some point, you're going to have to get off the ground yourself. One thing was, though, he was tackled off the ball around his neck when he was trying to get back. But, nah, not enough to knock out that try. For Cartwright, the ball hit the floor, bounced nicely for him. First Super League try of this season for the Hull FC number 11. But yeah, it's going to be a long, long afternoon for Cartwright. Yeah, for Wade. Jack Charles taking the 2-point conversion. Difficult kick, but not right on the touchline. Straight through the middle. Oh, Wigan Warriors 0, Hull FC 6. 15.5 minutes almost gone. We'll find out what Wade's character is now. Is he going to fold like a cheap deck chair, or is he going to stand up, be counted and show everybody what he obviously can do, because he wouldn't be in the Wigan Warriors squad if he didn't have the ability. So, let's see what he can do. This is not going to be easy. We knew it wasn't going to be easy for Wigan anyway, but Wigan are probably the best team at home. Hull FC are probably the best team away. So, you've got an immovable object against an unstoppable object against an immovable object. Scientifically, that ends up in vapour, apparently. Somebody did an experiment, and I can't remember how they did it. Something to do with rockets, and something to do with rockets, and something to do with a massive concrete wall. So, yeah, I'm not even sure if it's on YouTube or somewhere. But apparently, the unstoppable object just disappeared. Allegedly, it just goes to vapour. You learn about science in these live streams as well. Not just about sport. Three tackles gone. Wigan just short of their own 40. Pretty central. O'Neill in at dummy half. Spreads it right to Dupree. Dupree drives it forward, just short of the halfway. For Dupree, it was Liam Byrne, apologies. Wigan trying to come down this left-hand side. No, it's Wade. He's going to go into the corner, surely. He's got one defender to beat. Goes around him, gets tackled. Zach Hardacre. Fifth tackle coming up for Wigan. I thought Wade was going to skin him then, but good tackle from Hardacre. Wigan spreading it from left to right now. Floated out to Marshall. He's going to have to put a kick in there or do something. Touchline again, not his friend. Takes the tackle. It'll be the handover. Hull FC in possession, 12 yards out. Right on that far touchline. Brad Fash gets us back underway. Hull FC up to Wigan's 40, just 4 tackles gone. Pretty central. SA trying to get over the halfway line there. Can't quite do it, so they'll be kicking. Oh. Caesar makes a few yards, puts a low kick in. So Wigan are going to be in possession about 5 yards. Well, the assistant saying 10 yards. Nice kick there from Caesar. Wigan will be starting on their own 10. Hull will be trying to put the pressure on straight from the off here. Marshall helping the forwards. Runs headlong into Brad Fash. Makes about a yard after contact, but no more. Farrell's turn to drive it up to the 20 for Wigan. Met by a wall of black from 3 Hull FC players. O'Neill lays it off to Havard. Havard's trying to get up to the 30. Almost there. Just, well, by the time he plays the ball and wriggles forward, he'll be on the 30. Threw a pass there to Cade Ellis. He's knocked on there for Wigan, but it was an awful pass to him. He was taking it around his ankles. So not only were Wigan struggling to get out of their own defensive section, to anything within their own 30. Hull have put them under pressure, and that will be scrum head and feed to Hull FC from a dangerous starting position on Wigan's 30. He doesn't normally look agitated, Matty Pete. He's pretty deadpan, isn't he? But he's just looking a little bit edgy, I would say. Hull trying to come down Wigan's right, which is the weaker side for Wigan. Caesar with a short pass there. Almost up to Wigan's 10, pretty central. Caesar. Rapinoe trying to dance his way around Wigan's defence. Almost does, but he's stopped about a metre short. Coming from right to left now, Hull. SA, he's wrapped up and now he's driving forward though. They cannot bring him down, and he goes from about the 10 almost to about a metre outside of Wigan's goal line. Super strength there. Caesar puts a little chip kick through. It's knocked behind by Smith. He just got enough on it to get it over the dead ball line. It's a good job he did as well, because it was the merest of touches. If he hadn't have got that touch, possibility of a second try for Hull. So it's going to be a goal line dropout. 22 minutes gone. Wigan 0, Hull 6. Wigan are all the players are trying to draw breath. Kick up to the halfway line. Hardacre lets it bounce. Picks it up cleanly though. Hull drive it in. They'll be starting just outside Wigan's 40. Referee calls held. Hardacre driving it forward, trying to break that line again. He's met by Byrne and Dupree. Caesar's looking to break that line. He has broke the line. Another try coming up here for Cartwright, number 11. Too easy. Far too easy for Hull to break Wigan's line. They just look a yard sharper, do Hull. Too easy. Too easy. And it's all coming from Caesar. Whether it's ball in hand or whether it's from his boot. He's tormenting Wigan. He breaks the line there. Nice little offload to Cartwright and nothing Field can do. He cannot get across. And you can bet your bottom dollar Charles won't be missing this conversion either. So with almost 24 minutes gone, it's going to be Wigan 0, Hull 12. You know, and Hull FC, they are better away from home than they are at home. Also, we've seen what they can do when they play Wigan at the Brick Community Stadium. We got knocked out of the Challenge Cup this year after a pretty dominant first half, and it never looked like they got out of second gear. However, Hull FC came out in that second half. Wigan never got out of second gear, and Hull dumped Wigan out of the Challenge Cup. So, coming here today, Hull FC, Wigan will hold no fear to Hull FC. I mean, Wigan are not in good form, whether it's due to injuries, a lack of form, or both. Why would you have any fear of playing at Wigan? They wouldn't, and they're not playing like they've got any fear either. They've obviously come out with a game plan. They are going to target Wade on Wigan's left-hand side. Yeah, straight through the middle from Charles. No danger whatsoever. The Hull FC fans celebrate. Wigan are going to have to change things. There's not a lot of change coming from the bench, that's for sure. Who have we got? Patrick Mago, Douglas, Leeman, and Byrne. Do we look at bringing Douglas on and give Butterfingers Wade a bit of a rest, reset his head? Three tackles completed. Hull FC up to their own 20. Pretty central. Cade Costa's trying to dance his way over the 30. Does by a matter of inches before he's brought down by Patrick Mago, who's come on as a substitution. Knight can't make much ground there either. So on the fifth tackle, Hull are going to be kicking from their own 35-yard line. Wade's underneath it. Oh, got it at the second attempt. He wasn't under pressure then. You could hear the groan from the crowd. He got it at the second attempt and brings it about 5 yards forward. So that maybe will settle his nerves, although with the little juggle, maybe it won't. Farrell's trying to get up to the halfway line for Wigan. Can't quite do it. 3 tackles completed. Pretty central. O'Neill in at dummy half. Spreads it left. Release to Mago. He didn't have any momentum going forward. Wigan still not over Hull's 40. They are now with O'Neill. Smith puts a high kick and he almost knocked it on there. It's tackled by Hardacre on his own 10. Wigan are trying to lift him up, but too far infield and he gets to the ground. Referee calls held. Not a standing square Wardle, so he just lets play go on. Three tackles gone. Hull FC up to their own 20. Brad Fash driving it in hard there. Gets an offload away. Wrapping up. Now they're gap down the left-hand side here for Hull. Marshall partially with the tackle. It's completed by Kieran. It was just that one offload there from Brad Fash to Rapinoe. And Wigan were not set at all. Either not aware that offload was going to happen or not prepared. Fifth tackle coming up. Caesar's going to put it high from the 30. Guess who he's kicked it to? Wade. Wade's knocked it on again. We need to sort something out here. You can't keep doing that. He was under no immediate pressure there. Do you know, every from the last 3 kicks that he's faced, Wade, he's knocked 2 of them on. And and the one he caught, he had to have 2 goes at. He's got his arm. It's gone straight through. Don't like having to go at players, but he's having a nightmare. He needs to go to Specsavers or something. Do you know England's female goalkeeper? I was just watching it the other night and I heard the commentator say, oh, she has issues with her eyes. Something to do with depth perception. Doesn't stop her saving penalties though, fair play. I'd get Wade's eyes checked. Referee's having a word with Wade there. Yeah, there's no foul play involved there. Wade's asking the referee, apparently. You just dropped it. I'd like to see what Wade's stats are for this first half, the number of knock-ons. I know there must be at least 3 in fumble that he regathered. It can only be nerves. That's all it can be. Do that in training and you'll catch 10 out of 10. 29.5 minutes gone. Wigan 0, Hull 12. 6 again to go. Centre field they are. Trying to get the offload away. They're about 8 yards out from Wigan's goal line. Caesar. Adacre trying to go over to this left-hand side. They know it's Wigan's weakness. Marshall's there, though, with Farrell. 3 tackles completed on Wigan's 10. Now they're going to run it down from left to right. Caesar with a little pass to Cartwright. Rapinoe. Brought down on the 10. 3 tackles completed. This ball's going from right to left this time. Now it's straightened up. Right it is. Now they're coming down this right-hand side again. Caesar puts a little grubber kick through. It's picked up by Harry Smith, though. It was right in his midriff. Now he's running centre field. Wigan have got numbers if he can draw the... Yeah, no, he just takes the tackle 25 yards out. He was trying to draw the full-back in to make that space for Marshall on the outside. Defender wasn't having any of it, though. Good play by Hull. Lehman having a dart himself. Up to Hull's 40. 3 tackles completed. Cade Ellis in at dummy half. Short pass to Havard. Havard driving it in just short of the Hull's 30. O'Neill off, as we've just seen. Lehman on, as we've just heard. Offload to Lehman. Kept his hands out of the way and stops it with his feet. It's picked up by Field. Field with the long pass. Oh, Wade on this left-hand side. I'm not sure if it was a forward pass. And he had to... it was almost a bit of a panic there. Almost a bit of a panic pass. And Wade, he had to kick it forward with his foot. Couldn't get his hands to it. But everything poor that's happening with Wigan this afternoon, Wade seems to be at the centre of. I don't want to have a pop at him like that because, you know, it's like that. That's a prime example. It's a poor pass to him. But it's him involved again. You know, the knock-ons near your own goal line. It's Wade. It's Wade. It's Wade. He's waiting for a high ball. He juggles it. It's Wade. And Hull will just target him all afternoon. First thing that will happen is as soon as Caesar gets that ball on a fifth tackle or even a fourth, he'll target Wade. He's done it all afternoon so far. What have we had? Almost 32 minutes. He's had good results, as have Hull. They're not going to change, are they? They're not going to offer Wade any sympathy. They're just going to pile the pressure on him more and more. And apart from the first couple of minutes when Eckersley had that chance, if you're joining us late, Eckersley had to go off injured. He won't be coming back. Now Leeman messing about at the play of the ball. That'll be holding down. That'll be another penalty to Hull. 25 yards they'll gain off this. Caesar will put that into touch from his own 40. It's going to be on Wigan's 40. I know, I'm not even sure what Matty Pete can say to his charges at half-time. And thinking about it, if he takes Wade off, that's probably the worst thing he can do at the moment. For Wade, you know, he's got to work his way through this. He needs a good he needs a good catch, a good run, maybe a try, you know, and you move forward. Otherwise, it's you end up ruining a career before you've even started it. Caesar up to Wigan's 30. Come on, Wade. I like an underdog, and you are an underdog at the minute. Where you're playing, you're good enough. You just need that little bit of confidence. Costing at dummy half, spreads it right to Caesar. They're in again. Caesar's just smashed through Wigan's defensive line there. Heyman took a short pass at pace. You're not going to stop him from there, and Wigan certainly didn't. They are just battering Wigan at the moment. Just battering Wigan at the moment. Wigan 0, Hull 16, soon to be Hull 18. They are not going to miss this conversion. I mean, who did Caesar? He just found the gap there. Field couldn't do nothing apart from stick an arm out. You're not going to stop Caesar from there. Not at that pace with his size. Stretching an arm out. It's a done deal. Man of the match so far, Caesar, with his kicking. Now he's got the try. It's a Stein, that. Holds a lead. It looks massive on the screen, doesn't it? Get your minds out the gutter. I know what you're thinking. Hull do like playing away. Simple kick coming up here for Charles. I'll be amazed if he misses this. 2 from 2 so far this afternoon. That's 100%. We've had science, now we've got maths. Wigan fans are a little bit quiet. I said the other week, so somebody at some point is going to give Wigan a good thumping. Doesn't necessarily mean it's today, by the way. Wouldn't surprise me if Wigan come back. I mean, Matty Pete, He's going to, what does he do at half time? Give him the hairdryer. It's not a case of a lack of effort. It's just a case of lack of skill, lack of concentration. Pretty poor play, to be honest. Smith gets us back underway. 35.5 minutes gone. Wigan 0, Hull 18. Hull look like they've got rugby boots on. Wigan look like they've got lead boots on. Of course, taking that ball from dummy half. Tries to break the line. Luckily, Havard's there. Helped out by Lehman. Not Havard. Liam Byrne, apologies. Need to make this screen a little bit bigger. Wrapping a dummy half, spreads it left. Liam Knight drives it forward. Stopped by Ellis. And Liam Byrne's in there once more. Fifth tackle coming up. They're going to be kicking from just inside Wigan's half. Caesar, guess which way he goes? He's put it across to Wade. Takes it well, Wade, this time. Arms into his body. Protected the ball. Then he gets smashed. But he protected the ball. Wigan will be starting from their own 10. Hopefully that'll make him feel a little bit better the next time a high bomb comes his way. And it will come his way. It will come his way because Hull FC are targeting him. Why wouldn't they? Great success so far. Wigan trying to come down that right-hand side, but they're a man light because Marshall had come infield to help his forwards out. Trying to come down this left-hand side now. Field into the line, gets it to Wardle. Wardle's wrapped up by Barron. Then 3 more Hull FC players come in and wrap him up. 5th tackle for Wigan, so we're going to be kicking from their own 40 down the touchline. It's a low grubber kick, picked up by Hardacre. He runs in field. What's he going to do? He has a little bit of a hitch kick, then he straightens it up. He's met by Leon Byrne, and Hull will be starting from their own 35-yard line. Almost 38 minutes gone, so plenty of time for this set. Up to Hull's 40, wrapping her in at dummy half. Spreads it left. No, he goes himself and straightens it up, just short of the halfway line. Cade Cuss comes into dummy half. Coming down this right-hand side. Cartwright did well to keep hold of the ball there. He was hit by... He was hit by Leon Byrne and the ball almost dislodged. 4 tackles completed. Now they're coming down Wigan's left-hand side, our Hull. They've got the overlap there. They've got the overlap. Oh, what a good tackle by Jay Field. The ball's loose. It was thrown back because he was going into touch. It's going to be an opening, another opening for SASA. That gap closes just short of the line. 1 tackle left. 5th tackle. Scruffy end. Oh, scruffy end of the play. The ball's on the floor. Tries kicking it forward, does Wade. But Wigan are offside. Wigan are offside, and there's still a minute to go in this first half, so plenty of time here for a good 4 or 5 tackles. Are they going to go for what are they going to go for? Maybe the 2. Yeah, I mean, Ellis, he stood a yard in front of the line. The referee's looking at it, and he affects play. He puts his arm out. Caesar's having a word with the referee. Yeah, Charles is going to go for the 2. Clock stops on 39 minutes and 50. No, they'll let it run to half time now. The who to go, so this will be the final play. Caesar's asking for a yellow card from Wade being offside and kicking that ball. There's no guarantee of a try from there, so stop your moaning. But it pretty much looks like we're going to go in scoreless at half-time, and Hull will be going in the 20s. But what on earth is Matty Pete going to say to his charges at half-time? First thing he's going to be saying is, Wade, get some of that sticky spray on your hands and your arms and go out in that second half and show us what you can do. Charles surveys the post, takes a deep breath. 1, 2 strides, 3 strides, keeps his head down. Straight through the post. Wigan getting battered in that first half. I did put a little wager on this before the game. I think I had over 36.5 points. So we'll see what happens in this second half. But you know, going off at half time, Hull up for it, as you would, with a 20 point lead and nilling Wigan in that first half. But yeah, I'm not sure what changes Matty Pete makes at half time. Do you know, could it be a repeat of what happened in the Challenge Cup match? Got it out eventually. You know, this was very similar to how Wigan played against Hull. It's just the roles have been reversed. Wigan looked head and shoulders in the Challenge Cup match. Head and shoulders better than Hull. And, yeah, we know how that turned out. So it would be sweet revenge for the Warriors today if they could come out in this second half and get a victory. Do you know, they've been out of form. Let's just get a little bit of quiet. They've been out of form for the last 5 or 6 weeks, maybe even more. They've been picking up 2 points. When they have lost, they've got away with it because other teams have done them a favour. When I say got away with it, I'm talking about in respect of them chasing Hull KR down for the league leaders' shield. But I mean, Hull have lost the last 2, haven't they? But the thing with that is, Leigh how far are Leigh behind Wigan now? In the league, I think is it a point? Yeah, it's 1 point. So, on the assumption that Wigan are going to lose today, which the way things are at the minute, you'd say we're not going to get anything, or Wigan aren't going to get anything from this game. Leigh they've got themselves within a point of Wigan. I mean, Hull KR, they're on 30 points. So it's tightening up. You know, Leeds, you look at Leeds, they beat Salford yesterday easily. They're within 2 points of Wigan. So it's the lead at the top could go back to, if Hull KR get a victory, we're back up to 4 points. If Hull KR hadn't slipped up in these last 2 games that they've played against Leigh and Leeds, they'd have an 8-point clear gap at the top of Super League. Pretty much would have been wrapped up by now. So it's only by the grace of God that Wigan are still in with a shout of the league leaders, you know, taking the League Cup. The League Leader Shield, sorry. And I just wanted to read you, or read to you, something that Matty Pete said during the week. And what he said was, Matty Pete has looked ahead to Saturday afternoon's Betfred Super League Round 19 home clash against Hull FC. Reflecting on Friday night's pre-match celebrations, Pete said, "I was immensely proud the club did a job that was fitting of the occasion and recognition of Sir Billy Boston." It was a good tribute that they paid to him. They commit to things like this whilst trying to be creative, and more importantly, our fans brought energy and excitement. It's a special club in that sense. Looking ahead to facing Hull FC, Pete said, "They're a good team, as they've proven since beating us in the Challenge Cup. We will worry about ourselves, but their improvement and John Cartwright has been great for Super League." Yeah, it has. They're ambitious, so more power to them. Providing an injury update, Pete said, "It's quite early in the week, but it won't be much different. People played well who were in. There's not a lot of people coming back, and no one went out." On the competition's competitiveness, Pete said, "A lot of clubs are having an up and down season because of how competitive the competition is. That's what we wanted and what we strived for. We're playing in a salary cap sport in which most clubs are spending and wanting to get better. Most teams are capable of beating each other on the day." Fair play. Totally agree with him on that. And that got me thinking, is because the spending cap's in place, is that why Wigan didn't go into the transfer market and have decided to try and do what they can with the best of the youth that's coming through, that's not going to cost or not going to cause issues in respect of the spending cap? You know, make no bones about it, if you've got a player who comes through the ranks, they never quite get as big unless you're some special talent. Do you know, your wages are always just a little bit behind, which they shouldn't be, because you've cost nothing to be purchased. But do you know what I mean? If it's going to be a case that in the future you cannot buy somebody in because it'll breach spending cap rules, so you have to bring youth through, then it could well be that Wigan are doing the right thing and still being competitive when you've got injuries. I know they're not playing well, but they're still competitive. They're still picking up 2 points. You know, let's be honest. In games where they haven't played well, they've still been picking up 2 points. And will they start to reap the benefits of this Will they start to reap the benefits in 2 or 3 seasons when teams want to strengthen again, but they can't because of the spending cap rules? We'll find out. I'm not sure how the spending cap actually works as well, but if I was a player, I'd be a little bit disappointed whether it takes in wages as well, because you're limiting what a player can earn wage-wise as well. So, but for the longevity and the prosperity of the sport, you know, especially at the highest level, I suppose for longevity, it is a good thing. You know, teams not getting into too much debt. Just watching highlights of last night's game, St Helens and Leigh. Leigh have come good again, and I'm convinced it's that victory over Wigan that put extra fire in the belly. Also, don't forget to join us tomorrow as Wisła Kraków open the BetClick 1 campaign away at Stal Mielec. That's in the Polish BetClick 1. I'm not sure what time kickoff is. I think it's around 1:30. But check out, if you've not done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Ping that notifications bell. We'll be doing the stream link. We'll set that up later, so I'll have the timing. We normally just get started 5 minutes before we kick off, go through the lineups and what have you. There's a little bit of news to report. Some good news. Two bits of good news. Two bits of news, the same bits of news that I'm sceptical about. And one of them is Ronaldo. If you don't know who Ronaldo is, it's Wisła Kraków. It's our star striker. He's decided he is staying at the club. Never wanted to leave, I don't think. And he signed a new contract until 2025. Fantastic. So you would think. However, is it going to be a case of he's signed a new contract and the club wanting to sign a new contract because it shows that they are not desperate to sell him if you want to buy him? And I think we wanted 1.5 million euros for him, and I think 1.3 million was talked about and offered, although they're saying no actual offer came in. I'm not sure how that works. There's either maybe it was an inquiry as opposed to a solid offer. We'll go with that. But has this been done because has that happened because apologies, I just apologies for that. Yeah, is it because they want somebody to come in for Ronaldo, and they will pay the 1.5 million now he's signed up for a new 5-year contract? He's 28 years old. It'll pretty much take him to the end of his career. I'm just skeptical about it. Hopefully there's nothing nefarious there and everything's sorted. You know, we don't need that money now, and we'll keep Ronaldo, he's an integral part of that Wisła team. The other news is James Igbekeem. He left the club and went to, I think he was going to go to, I've got to sort this out, apologies. He was going to go to, I'm not sure whether it was Tamalika Brookbet, who got promotion to Ekstraklasa, which is Poland's top Premier Division. They got promotion last year. Oh, and then apparently it fell through because he failed a medical. So it's, I'm just looking at that try. It looked like a try. So it fell through. So he's come back to Wisła Kraków. Personally, I will, with open arms, I will have Igbekeem back, because for me, he does the donkey work and he's got enough skill. That'll then allow Carbo and Duda to express themselves more rather than being the midfield enforcers. And in Polish football, you do need a midfield enforcer. But then I was thinking, well, if he's come back to Wisła, he's signed a 12-month contract. How's he passed his medical? Because I thought the whole issue was that he failed a medical and that's why he wasn't at Tamalka Brookbet. But either way, like I said, I personally will welcome him back with open arms. And the other thing is, he has shown commitment to Wisła, because he could have gone to, I believe it was Turkey, and he could have had a 40% increase in wages, but he's turned that down in place of coming back to Wisła Krakow. So you've got to admire that in this day and age of where the majority of footballing decisions are made around money, you can only admire somebody like James Igbekim, who's come back to a club that he knows, and he's taken, let's be honest, if you could have had 40% and you haven't taken it and you've gone back to a club, if you've ultimately taken a 40% wage cut. So fair play to him. Just hope we can get I hope we can get a result tomorrow. A draw, I would take. Stalmialik dropping down from the Ekstraklasse. They're going to want to get off to a good start as well, and they'll be expected to go back up into the Polish top flight. However, as Wisła Krakow have found, it's not that easy. 3 seasons now since we got relegated, we're still in the Betclic 1. We're going to just be getting back underway here any second now. So Hull will be kicking from right to left, playing in black. Wigan defending the left side of the field, surprisingly. And if you want to watch this live, by the way, it is on terrestrial TV, BBC 2. It's also on Sky Sports Plus. If you want to watch it on there live, you can do. Obviously, you're welcome to keep this feed on as well, if you so wish. Let us know in live chat what your thoughts are. If you're not watching it live and you're watching it on replay, leave us a comment. And if you want to get in touch with me at Catch It Live, I am Jimmy James. You can get hold of me at catchitlivefirst@gmail.com. We'll have plenty of live streams coming up. We've got the rugby. We try and do all the Wigan Warriors matches. We've got Wisła Krakow's matches. Once the football starts, we'll be doing our football focus. Think of a Gillette soccer special or a football focus. That'll be on whenever we've got a full programme, normally on a Saturday afternoon and a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night. So you're welcome to join us for that. The referee's just sorting out his microphone or changing a battery or something. But we're going to get back underway any second now. I've got to change the latency as well, which we won't bother. We'll just keep cracking. Hopefully everything's going all right. We're back underway. Wade has come out for the second half. Let's be honest, there's no option for him not to. There's nobody who can take his place, is there? We have got Douglas, but Junior and Sember drives it in there. His head whips back in that tackle, but no high tackle there. Brad Fash involved. 4 tackles gone. Wigan are not up to their own 40 yet. Ellis, now he gets over the 40, legs pumping, still can't get to the halfway line though, so Smith's going to be kicking deep from inside his own half. Puts a high kick in. Hardacre's underneath it. Sorry, it's not Hardacre. That Barron. One's completely bald, the other's got her. Although it is ginger, so you got to let me off with that one. It did look like he could have been bald. Wrapping her in at dummy half. Spreads it right. Cartwright drives up to the 40. 3 tackles completed. Just short of the halfway line. 4 tackles gone. Pretty central. Custing at half. Dummy half. Spreads it to SASA. He gets over the halfway line. Referee calls held. So on the 5th tackle, we know where this is going. Charles puts it high, targets Wade. Wade shouts for it, takes it well, drives infield. Now he's jinking and a jiving. Cust has a little attempt at a ball steal there, but he does well, Wade. He's up to the 20. That's where Wigan will be starting from. That's better from Wigan's fullback. Well, fullback come winger. Farrell drives it in. Doesn't make much yardage, though. He's up to about the 31-yard line. 3 tackles completed. Leeman out to Mago. Mago's driving it. Spins, looks for the offload, but he's wrapped up. Has that ball been knocked forward? He's not. He didn't get up to his feet there, Mago. Rushing. The ball came back. Incorrect play of the ball. Quite right from the referee. Not good enough from Wigan. And straight away, within not even 2 minutes in this second half yet, they've put themselves under pressure. So Mago, he's almost put to the floor. He never even got took off his feet there. Referee calls held, but he put the ball down and just rolled it backwards. Awful play of the ball. And it's no good mourning. It was just rushing. So Hull, they're starting on Wigan's 40. 1 tackle gone. They're about 35 yards out. Who'd be a coach? You go in at half-time, set your charges up for the second half, send them out, and the first thing they do is give away a penalty from a stupid play of the ball. SA driving forward, stopped by Havard, 25 yards out. They're coming down the right-hand side now. Caesar again. Now they're passing it. They've got the overlap on the outside, but over comes Harry Smith. Almost over the touchline there, but can't get down to the floor. 5th tackle coming up. Wigan are offside. We'll get away with that, but they were offside. Caesar puts a high kick in. Marshall comes across, takes it on the goal line, backs himself out, gets to ground. Great play from Liam Marshall there. Kieran Marker not stood square, so Kieran made the most of it. It's coming down the right-hand side. Now he gets tackled on his own 42-yard line. Farrell now on the halfway line, runs into Caesar. Fields in at dummy half. It's with Leeman pretty central. Now Wigan switching it to the left. They've got a man over. If Wardle can suck the player in, he goes inside instead to Smith. Smith's put to... Well, he's not put to ground, but referee calls held. Now Wigan coming to the right. Misunderstanding there between Byrne and Ellis. Ellis luckily didn't let the pass go because it would have been a forward pass. 5th tackle coming up. Smith's going to put a high kick in on Hull's 30. Barron underneath it. Can't deal with it. It's knocked on by Wigan. That'll just be the handover, so Hull will be starting on their own 10-metre line. Oh, Barron had knocked it on at first. No, it was Wardle who contested the ball and knocked it forwards. Wigan trying to pen Hull in here, which is all right if you move up. Don't move up as a dog leg, though, because Hull will break that line. They've got multiple players who've already shown they can break Wigan's line. We've had Caesar, we've had Hardacre. You know, SASA can break the line with his size, and he's not going to go full length, but if he's got support there... And Sember in with a tackle there, stops Ashworth. 4 tackles gone, not up to, only about 25 yards out here at the moment. SASA is having a goal, gets over the 30. Now he looks for the offload. He's wrapped up though by Ellis and Leeman. So the kick's going to be coming in here from Charles on his own 30. right down the middle, straight into the arms of Field. Field's already approaching the halfway line now as he goes across. Cartwright almost had a ball steal there. Did well to hold on to it, did Field. Kieran at dummy half into Marshall. Marshall up to the halfway line. 2 tackles completed. This time it looks like Wade's going to do some work for the forwards. Driving it in. Is he going left? He jinks, he jives. He goes straight. Makes about 5 yards. Leeming in at dummy half. Wigan 45 yards out. Ellis to Kieran. Coming down the right hand side. It's with Farrell. Kind of takes the tackle just before the 30. Hull trying to drive him into touch, but get nowhere near that. Near that play. Wigan now trying to come down that left hand side. They've got numbers once again, but it's straightened up by Havard, and he had no choice but to take the tackle. They could have kept the ball going there. Leeming. It's with Smith, centre field. He puts a high, hanging kick into Wigan's right-hand side. Marshall's underneath it. It's been knocked on by, I'm not sure who. I think it's knocked on by Wigan. Yeah, it'll be a 20-metre restart for Hull. Hardacre sprinting back to the... Yeah, it was knocked on by Junior and Sember. So it's 0-0 tackle, isn't it? Seven play set there. Hull breaking the line again with Cartwright. First tackle and they're almost up to the halfway line. Centre field. Brad Fash over halfway line. Nobody in support, so he just drives forward. He's met by Sember and Farrell. Just short of Wigan's 6 again. Oh. Crazy. Crazy defending by Wigan. SASA drives it in. Costing at dummy half. On Wigan's 40. Coming down this left-hand side. Caesar to Hardacre. Hardacre. Wigan's defensive line's gone up there like a dog's leg. Luckily, May goes there to make the tackle with Sember on Hardacre. Custin at dummy half. Kid Cust, he's jinking and jiving. Havard's trying to ball steal there. Referee calls held. 5th tackle. Centre field. Caesar. He targets Wade again. Wardle goes up there and manages to get hold of the ball, but he's tackled in goal. That'll be a goal line dropout. He did well there to take that ball and control it, Wardle, but he couldn't get out of his own in-goal area. But to be honest, he was under a lot of pressure there, just happy that he caught the ball. The Wigan players, they don't look... They look really flat. And you look at their faces, they've got a concerned look on their face. Good kick there from Smith, almost up to Hull's 40, but SASA brings it up to Wigan's 40. Ashworth over the 30s, he's still pumping his legs, finally brought down by Sember. Charles drives it forward. Tackled by Byrne. Yeah, Wigan look flat. Like the defensive line at times. Cartwright coming down this left-hand side. There's a tackle there from Kieran. It's offloaded though. Charles picks it up. Tackled by Field. Finish off by Farrell. 5 tackles completed. Look, you know, you get the feeling any minute now that Hull are going to be going over that line again. SASA drives it forward. Sorry, that's the 4th tackle. 5th tackle coming up. Hardacre puts a little grubber kick into himself. Smith comes around and picks it up. He's going to get tackled in goal, though. It's going to be another goal line dropout, and Wigan cannot get any traction. They cannot get any go-forward ball. Marshall comes sprinting over and pats Smith on the back. Well done, well done. Great defensive work there, but when you're losing by 20 points and you've yet to get on the scoreboard, This game's being played at the wrong end if you're a Wigan fan, or a Wigan player for that matter. Hull FC are on fire. Wigan have gone... Wigan put a short kick in there for the goal line dropout. It's picked up by Fash, so that's not worked. Harvey Hill's come on. Hardacre on Wigan's 10 central. Caesar puts it out to right to Rapinoe. Almost intercepted there, but Rapinoe does well. Lost some ground here, have Hull, but they've still got 2 players to go. Coming down the left-hand side. SA drives that in. He's tackled by Byrne and Harvey Hill. Harvey Hill was offside there, right in front of the referee. He's not involved in play though. So the ball is bouncing around, and eventually Harvey Hill picks it up, and he just manages to get in the field of play. That would have been another. Wade, he's jinking and jiving. Go on, Wade. Finally gets brought down 12 yards out. Good run there from Wade. Farrell over the 30. This is better go forward rugby from Wigan. 4 tackles gone. They've made 33 metres so far. They're up to their own 40. Now they're spreading it left. Wardle comes inside. He doesn't go to Wade, who was outside of him. Fields in at dummy half. Smith's going to be kicking from just inside his own half. High kick comes in. The ball bounces. And Hull will be starting from their own 17-yard line. Just got to sort this seat out 1 second. Apologies for that if you've got headphones on. Just caught my microphone. Quick reminder, if you're joining us late and you want to watch this live, it is on terrestrial TV, BBC 2 and Sky Sports Plus. 5th tackle on the halfway line. That kick comes in from Caesar. It bounces, it's picked up by Wade. He drives it forward, he's up to the 20. Plenty of time left for Wigan, but they just don't look like causing any offensive threat to Hull FC today. Smith in at dummy half, spreads it right to Farrell. Farrell straightens it up, hits Brad Fash, keeps his legs pumping. He's just going to be short of the 40-metre line. Idings come on for SASA, interchange there for Hull. Lehman in at dummy half, spreads it right to Nsemba, and Nsemba's trying to get towards the halfway line. Can't quite get there. That man, Brad Fash again, helped by Caesar. Make sure of that. Wigan coming down the left-hand side. They've got an overlap here. Let it go. This time they did let it go to Wade. Looked like a forward pass. Wade, he's got Hardacre to beat. Comes inside. Hardacre half with a tackle. This is why Wade's in the team. There was a flat pass in that build-up. Let's call it a flat pass, not a forward pass. They may look at it, they may not. But that is why Wade is in this team, and that is what Wade can do. Couldn't be more happier for him, obviously, and Wigan Warriors. But for Christian Wade, he scored 2 tries now. He's 2 appearances, 2 tries, 1 in each. It was Wigan spreading it left. They did get the overlap, and this time Wardle with a flat pass to Wade. Hardacre half stopped him, but then Wade finished that well. Fantastic finish by the Wigan number 38. Can this fire Wigan into some kind of life? Fantastic finish. It was reminiscent of watching different build, and still early days, but Very Ellery Hanley-ish. He'll be feeling better now. All he needs now, if a high kick comes in and the kick has gone over as well. Smith, I'm sure Harry Smith took that kick. Thought Kieran would have took it. He didn't, but either way, just such a good finish. So powerful. Jinked inside. Hardacre couldn't stop him. And then his change of direction, superb. Yeah, I'm waiting for Caesar to put a big high kick in him, be under pressure, leap like a salmon, pluck the ball out of the air, make 10 yards, get tackled. That's what he needs. Put all of the dropsies behind him and move on. From adversity to do that shows great character. Well done, Christian Wade. We're back underway. And Wigan are on the score sheet. Still trailing by 14 points though, but we're not up to 60 minutes yet. Plenty of time to go in this match. Could we have a repeat of the Challenge Cup final match, just with the roles reversed? Wigan scoring last gasp winner. Try saying that with these teeth in. Two tackles gone. Wigan almost up to their own 30 and Sember gets over the 30. Fash with the tackle. Playing about. That'll be a Brad Fash getting involved. Again, giving away a silly free kick, a silly penalty to Wigan. It's pretty central, so the main thing will be that he just... Yeah, that was a flop there by Aydin. Just come on. Easy meters for Wigan. Now they're coming down that left-hand side. Tyler Dupree drives it over Hull's 40. Now they're trying to come down this right-hand side with Kieran. Missed past there. Lets and Sember go in. Might need to take the tackle there. Field gets tackled anyway. Lehman in at dummy half. Spreads it to Ellis. Ellis over the 20. Legs pumping. Driving forward. Stopped pretty central, about 15 yards out. Lehman's in at dummy half. He's going to go to the right-hand side. Kieran. Smith. Long pass to Marshall. Marshall's looking at the line. Drops the ball. I think Marshall was kind of looking where he was going once he'd caught it. Was he going to the try line? Probably going to get pushed into touch anyway. But unusual for Liam Marshall, that. He's built like a bull, isn't he, as well, though, Marshall? So even though there's a defender coming over, there's no guarantee that he's going into touch. If he's on the right-hand side and he plants that right leg, he's capable of keeping himself in the field of play. Not on that occasion, though. Knocked on. So it'll be a scrum, head and feed to Hull FC on their own 10. Just looking at Bevan French and Farrimond. Watching from the player's gantry. Not taking any part. Still injured. Signed a new contract as well, Farrimond. Pleased to see that. That is for sure. There's a player slipped into the tackle there to Havard. I thought they might just have a look at it as they do, contact with the head, but nothing Havard could do about it. The player slipped into him. Now Hull FC are just getting a little bit tetchy, the players, moaning to the referee. Wigan are up for this. Cartwright gets smashed. He's getting driven back. He's getting dumped to the floor by Harvey Hill and Ethan Havard. This is better for Wigan. The fans are up for it. The fans are getting involved now. Fifth tackle. Hardacre with a hurried kick right down the middle. Little bit of a disjointed fifth tackle play there for Hull. So we're going to start him from inside Hull's half there. Field's gone down. Has he hurt his shoulder? They came on straight away. I'm not sure what happened to Field then. He just went to ground. Not sure what happened there, but he's still down. They're holding his head. Yeah, but the Wigan fans are responding to Wigan's intensity on the field. Some concern here at the moment for Field. He's not unconscious, he's moving his legs, but... Just got to move this chair, 1 second. That's a little bit better. Marshall's got some claret coming from his bottom lip. We've not seen a replay of what happened to Field, so I can't tell you. Got ZZ topping the crowd there for Wigan. Fantastic beard. Is it a head injury? If it is a head injury, that's him pretty much done. Done for the game. He's still down. It looked innocuous. I didn't even see... Didn't even see what happened. He's sitting up, which is a good sign. They may show us a replay of what happened to him. Now we know he's all right, and I'm assuming it is a HIA and not a shoulder. If it's a HIA, he's got to go off for 15 minutes, hasn't he? So I'm hoping it's his shoulder and not his... He's putting his gum shield back in, so it can't be a HIA. Because I don't know what Matty Pete's going to do if he's got to go off. What are we saying here? Are we saying he's got to go off because it was a HIA? He's staying on. Oh no, he's telling him he's no referee's making him go off. So with 61 minutes gone, he's got to stay off now for 15 minutes, I think it is. So that's him pretty much done for the rest of the game. So I don't know what Wigan are going to do here now. Who's going to go? Knocked on there by Harvey Hill. Oh, dear me. Are Wigan going to do a captain's challenge? They didn't look. So Harvey Hill drives it in. He's on the floor. He's going to get up. Straight away, Cartwright raises his arms to say, I didn't touch that. I didn't cause that. Well, they're not going to challenge it. So Hull will be starting us on their own 40. That's a massive blow for Wigan. Field going off the field. I'm not sure who came on for the interchange. Hardacre drives it in up to Wigan's 40. Oh, they've brought the line here. It'll be a try down the right-hand side for... No, he's pulled into touch. I don't think he grounded the ball. Barron, he seemed a little bit lackadaisical there. It's almost like he was going to go over the line and put the ball down. If he'd have dived full length Superman dive, he would have got in. On-field decision, no try. So they broke the line there with Cartwright. Barron, he's driving towards the corner flag. Wade's coming across. And then flying into the picture comes Kieran. And he's almost on his back, and then he's taken over the sideline in goal. So that's a let-off for Wigan. That's a poor piece of finishing Poor piece of finishing there. On-field decision was no try. No try it is. So Wigan have got away with one. We're back underway. Marshall driving it forward up towards the 30. .16.5 minutes to go. Wigan trailing by 14. Still plenty of time, but Wakefield off the pitch. We could be in for a rap-raising finish. What's a rap-raising finish? You know what I mean. A rousing finish. Wigan trying to come down the right-hand side. Yeah, left-hand side. Havard, the player who took a pass there. And it's a good job he did, because if he hadn't, there would have been. So O'Neill's come on. That was the interchange for Wakefield. Two very different players. And obviously Eckersley off in the first half with an injury to his left leg. Definitely won't be coming back. And Semba challenges to that ball in the air, knocks it backwards. It's picked up by Hull. Wasn't knocked on. Oh no, the referee says it was knocked on. So Hull FC will be starting from their own 10. Still plenty of time for Wigan to make a comeback, but it's a 3-score game, isn't it, as well? Them 2 points just before half-time could prove vital. Up to their own 40. Oh, just short of the halfway line. 4 tackles completed. Hardacre is over the halfway line, looking for the offload, but he's wrapped up by Dupree and O'Neill. Clock's still ticking. They're still messing about. Still a bit of afters going on there. Whoa, he's done it again. What did I say? What did I say? I wanted that ball to come high in the air. It'll leap like a salmon, Wade, make 10 yards. That's where we're going to start from. He did. He came steaming in. He leapt like a salmon with butter on its fins because he's dropped it. And not only has he dropped it, Hull KR have gone over the try line, and that'll be another 6 points added to their score tally, because It's pretty central as well, and Charles isn't going to miss that. Is anybody offside? We're having a look. So Charles is going to put a high kick in. Everyone to the right is onside. Everyone to the left is offside. So Wade, he had a... So he's underneath it. He took his eye off the ball. You could see it in slow motion. Wade took his eye off the ball and had a look who was coming towards him to flatten him instead of keeping his eye on the ball. Schoolboy error. You got to work on that. And Rapinoe picks it up. Or Rapinoe picks it up and over he goes. That'll be another 6 points added on to Hull's total. And that fantastic try you've scored, Wade, has been nullified by looking at... You're looking at the ball, and at the last moment, looking who's going to flatten you, and then you're back in the balls on the floor. Schoolboy error. One of many tonight from Wade. Scores a try, a good try, a great try, some might say. But he's dropped far too many balls tonight. He must have dropped about 5, I'm going to go with. And one of those catches was a juggle. Oh, and the thing is, every time he plays now, Wade, he's going to get targeted. So he's going to have to... He's going to have to up that game to the point where people forget about it, like, oh, he's sorted that part of his game out and no point targeting him. But he's going to get known as a player who you target on the 5th tackle. Not good enough. Not good enough at this level, that. To take your eyes off the ball to see who's going to flatten you before you've caught it. Wigan fans in the background there. Not happy. Rightly so. Charles won't miss this either. Yeah, it's gone through. Hull 26, Wigan 6. And I'm sorry, I don't see Wigan coming back from this now. Even if they start dominating, 20 points just to draw level. So Hull, KR, that is, have been let off the hook. We can go with a shorter kick there, but it's picked up eventually by Brad Fash on his own 30. Not good enough. The only thing I can hope from this now is that my bet's up. What are we up to? 32, so I need 4.5 points. A couple of quick tries for Wigan to make it interesting, but I just can't see it. We've not really threatened Hull's line all match, really. Just the early chance that Eckersley had where he bounced the ball down in the first couple of minutes, and obviously the try that Wade. That was a high tackle there from Dupree. Dupree and Hardacre are not happy. They're with each other. They're having verbals. Dupree just needs to walk away. You lose him by 20 points. Not good enough. It's almost like Wigan have given up on winning the league. Caesar puts it into touch. Hull will be starting on Wigan's 25-yard line. I'm just hoping that he manages to pass his HIA. because if he doesn't, he's out for the next game as well, isn't he, Field? 2 tackles completed. Hull 15 yards out. Hardacre, Caesar spreading it down the right hand side. They've got an overlap, but they won't get the space to get the pass away there. Havard, Smith with the tackle. Wardle included there. Now they're shipping it down the left hand side. Our Hull straightened up. Caesar, SASA. He's going to keep his legs pumping. He's brought down about 6 yards short of Wigan's try line. Slightly down this left-hand side. 5th tackle. Yeah, nothing fancy there. Just take the tackle. Wigan will be starting just outside their own goal line. Marshall drives it up to the 10. Good thing is Marshall's looking fitter. He's not limping like he was a couple of games ago. Farrell driving it in with urgency. Too late. The game's gone. The game has gone. Fans are doing their best, but Dupree drives it in. Does well to keep hold of it there. Under pressure, Dupree. Now he's injured. High tackle. You reap what you saw. Dupree won't be bothered though. He'll just be glad of the penalty. Hull definitely targeted Dupree there though. Actually, he bent his knee as well there. Still limping. Yeah, a little twist on his knee there, Dupree, as he went down. Limping off. He'll carry on. Not much choice really. Mago driving it up to Hull's 40. Brad Fash in with a tackle. SASA helping out. Can't get him to the floor. Referee calls held. O'Neill from dummy half scoots forward. Hardacre with the tackle. Can't bring him down though. Breaks away O'Neill. Referee calls held. How can he call held? He wasn't held there. Hardacre didn't have hold of him before the referee called held. Either way, he's called him back, so... We're coming down the left-hand side, trying to flick it to Wade. Wade's got the ball. Hopefully he doesn't drop it. Now he's getting bounced around like a pinball. Gets an offload to Wardle. Wardle straightens it up. He's going to be stopped about 5 yards short. Picked up off the floor. Let him go, Rapinoe. You dumped him on his head. That should be a penalty. You can't do that. 6 again, the referee says. Quite right. Ellis to Smith. Floated pass out to Marshall, but he had to wait for the ball to come down. He needs to come in field, which he did, because he was going over the touchline. Well done by Marshall. 6 again. Messing about the play of the ball, Brad Fash. The thing is, it suits Hull this. They're not bothered about giving away. Tackle off the ball there. Havard gets over the line. Too little, too late though. And there's a Wigan player down. There was an off the ball incident there. Now, if there's a yellow card comes from this, would Wigan be in with a chance with clock still ticking? So 73 minutes 20 seconds gone. So assuming that we get this, my bet will be up at least. Assuming that we get this conversion. Who was it tackled off the ball there as well? There's somebody on the floor in the background. I couldn't tell you who it was because I just saw a glimpse. Right, so that has gone over. So Wigan 12, Hull 26. Was it Dupree? I think it was Tyler Dupree tackled off the ball as well. Yeah, it was Tyler Dupree. Havard getting over the Hardacre doing his best, but couldn't stop Havard from that distance. So 74 minutes on the clock and 11 seconds. Wigan 14 points behind. It's still a 3-point game, a 3-score game, isn't it? 2 converted tries and a penalty just to draw level. And time is not on Wigan's side. Throwing it about there. Speculative pass by Smith. Looking for Kieran over his head, but picked up by Dupree. So Wigan will be starting on their own 10. Swithin Sember driving it forward. Cuts back inside. Trying to get through the line. Wrapped up though by Hull. Can't get the offload in. Referee calls held. Brad O'Neill in at dummy half. To Patrick Mago. Mago driving it forward up to his own 30. He turns around for the offload. He's wrapped up though. Can't get that ball away. Then he finally does get the ball away. Speculatively. Nothing to lose. Smith picked up by Smith. Wigan coming down the right hand side. Picked up by Farrell. Kieran goes through the line, so he's going to have to take the tackle. Brad O'Neill in at dummy half. Now it's with Ellis. Ellis to Lehman. Lehman left to Wardle. Wardle drives it straight. 45 metres out in Hull's half. 4 tackles completed. Wigan coming down this right hand side now with Nsemba. Smith, why did you pass? Smith was stood right at the side of Nsemba. Thought about the pass. Then didn't. Then thought, nothing else. Well, pass. He was only a yard away. It bounced off Nsemba and he's knocked it on. Picked up by Hull. That's pretty much the game, isn't it? That's pretty much the game. Hardacre tries to break the line there. Tackled by Havard. Gets up limping a little bit. Chance to come down the right hand side. Now it's coming down, jinking and a jiving. 5 yards out. Tackle made pretty central. They're over. They're over. That was a try. Oof. Liam Moore was right there, the referee. I thought that was over. Referee says, no, this will be a try this time though. Too easy. Unless Ashworth was offside when that kick came in from Cartwright. It's another 4 on the point tally. On-field decision. Try. And for me, it's a try as well. Unless he was just offside when the kick came in. It was tight. Let's have a look. It matters not really because Wigan are not coming back from this. He's onside. He's a yard onside. No problem with the grounding at all. Did well to take it over his shoulder. Plonks it down. Good finish by Ashworth. Hull FC will take the 2 points today. And let's be honest, they deserve it. Wigan have not been good at all. Wade has been a liability at the moment. Scored the try, a good try, but defensively needs to do a lot of work. And the issue that Wigan have got is they have no strength in depth team-wise. No strength in depth. So Hull FC have done the City neighbours and rivals. They've done them a big favour today, haven't they? It's a hard watch if you're a Wigan Warriors fan, and it's been a hard watch for the last 6 or 7 weeks. You're not going to keep getting away with it and getting results. Quick shout out, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, ping that notifications bell, and if you can give us a thumbs up, that'd be superb. If you're watching this later and not live, if you're watching live now, the live chat is open. Let me know what your thoughts are. You know what my thoughts are. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment, or if you want to get in touch with me, I'm Jimmy James. The kick even goes in off the post. Yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, Jimmy James, you can do so by obviously leaving a comment. I will reply to you. But you can get me at catchitlivefirst@gmail.com. Almost 78 minutes gone. Sort of a 3/4 short kick coming in there from Wigan, but it's picked up by Hardacre. Bit of a flop on him from Nsemba, but referee says I'll get on with it. Oh, there's 2 minutes to go now, and I'm just hoping that there's no more injuries for Wigan, and I'm hoping that Wakefield has has not picked up a HIA. I hope he's passed his assessment, because he'll be out for the next game. We cannot afford these injuries. We knew it was an issue. We knew it was an issue at the start of the season. Matty Pete's the one who said we will put our faith in youth rather than going into the transfer market. Could get worse as well before the end of the season. Tyler Dupree's getting a bit handsy there, just frustration. I don't want him doing anything stupid and getting a red card, that's for sure. 5th tackle coming in, 60 seconds to go. Caesar puts a kick in behind Liam Marshall. I'm surprised he didn't target Wade again. Marshall picks it up, brings it forwards. Blood coming out of his mouth. Won't bother Marshall though. Just short of his own 20. Wade, what's he going to do? He's going to try and drive it forward. Gets over the 20-yard line. Doesn't drop the ball, that's the main thing. Lehman's in at dummy half. Just take your time now. Put it into touch or something. Just know what we don't want anyone getting injured. Wigan throwing it about now with Gay Abandon. Too little, too late. With Marshall. It's with Ellis. Just put a kick it out of play. Cade Ellis puts a kick in. The hooter's gone. Hopefully that'll roll out of play. Yeah, that's it. Benito. Wigan 12, Hull FC 32. Thoroughly deserved victory. Thoroughly deserved victory for Hull FC. Wigan not at the races all game, like they played with lead boots on. And what can you say? Wigan got what they deserved. Hull FC got what they deserved. 2 trips to the Brick Community Stadium now for Hull FC. 2 victories, knocked us out of the Challenge Cup, and they've probably done our chances of a title, the league title. We'll probably drop 4 points behind Hull KR again. But even if Hull KR lose, you know, we've got Riot on our tail now. We've got Leeds on our tail. We've got Leigh on our tail. They're coming into form at the right time of the season. Wigan are just tailing off. Injuries are killing Wigan at the minute. Throw in some poor form, you've got a perfect recipe for losses, and that's what they're getting. And yeah, I don't know. Excuse me. I'm not sure how Wigan turn this around at the minute. They will do, but it's just how much of the season is going to be gone before they do. They could. I'm pretty sure. In fact, I'm almost certain that they'll make the playoffs. But you need to be coming into form when you're in the playoffs, that's for sure. And I don't think teams fear Wigan like they used to. So it's going to be a long, long season, a long finish to the season for Wigan. Are they capable of winning the grand final? Of course they are. But not with this team. Not with this team. They're going to need players back. They're going to need Bevan French back. They're going to need Forber back. They've got Marshall back. We're missing Abbas Miski. We need Field on form and fit. You know, it's I wouldn't want to be relying on Wade at the moment under that high kick. If there's no options, if there's no options other than Wade, he's going to get targeted, as we said in commentary, and it's not a positive for Wigan if that's the case. no doubt he'll go away, he'll get on the practice field, he'll work on it. And the attacking side of his game is pretty damn good, let's be honest. But it's that defensive side. And that's where, when you have Marshall, you've got the attacking prowess, but you've also got his defensive abilities. And he's a big miss. I know he played today. He was on the right-hand side today. But, yeah, getting back over on this left-hand side, get Miski back fit, hopefully. Wade's all right to have on the bench, no problem. But, yeah, just struggling at the minute defensively. We go again, that's all you can say. Well done to Hull FC, commiserations to Wigan. But, yeah, it's Hull KR are playing the Catalan Dragons today at 6 p.m. That's going to be a Hull KR victory. Nice game for them to get back onto winning ways. On that note, I'm going to go and see the fam now that have come, ironically, from Wigan. Say hello to them. Join me tomorrow for Wisła Krakow as we start our BetClick 1 campaign away at Stalmialek. And hopefully we can get a better result than what we've had today as a Wigan Warriors fan. I am Jimmy James. You've been watching Catch It Live First. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to Frankie James. I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday and have a great weekend.